Thank you. Wow, great attendance today. Thank you. Please, as people keep coming in, find a seat. Today we're going to do a little planning, but I recognize that planning isn't a one-day event, right? It's a dynamic process that occurs every day as we go through planning our own activities, our work, participating in initiatives. So today I hope to explain kind of planning that's been done, the planning we'll do today in this meeting, and how this process will play out forward through the end of the semester. So last spring, President Hufflin commissioned the Institutional Effectiveness Council to create a framework for institutional planning. She asked Vice President Barbara Grover and myself to co-chair this council. We met semi-monthly through the summer, right? So we met through the summer, twice a month through the summer to review institutional performance and develop a planning framework. The council also facilitated planning retreats for college leaders and worked to revise the college's mission statement and vision statement. I would like to recognize the people on this council for giving up their summer to do planning work. Please, thank you. Now, I'm confident that most everyone in this room understands in their heart, in their gut, what our mission is, right? You kind of feel it. It's one of the benefits of being able to work at a great place like our college, having a student-centered purpose. But the statements about our mission and our vision matter too. These statements need to be revised occasionally to match the latest thinking at an institution, to reflect our current values, and through a process of revision, refocus the institution's attention on its core activities. The current mission statement has been in place since 2005. It has guided the college through many formative years, but is also a time of new beginnings. We have a new college president, vastly new executive leadership, and a new accreditation cycle. And as Jason Pickavance said at convocation, SLCC is transitioning to a new era, and new eras require new language. So Executive Cabinet charged the Institutional Effectiveness Council with recommending draft mission statements and vision statements. The IEC consulted literature on mission statements and vision statements and evaluated examples from other institutions. The council concluded that the college needs a more concise, focused statement, a statement to point faculty, staff, administration, community members, and students to the central functions of the college. A statement that focuses efforts on 2 or 3 activities that are core to the college's work. The council also felt that the mission and vision statements need to set it apart from other Utah institutions and other national institutions. What makes us unique? The preliminary mission and vision statements drafts from the IEC were presented at convocation. President Hufflin invited the entire college community to provide feedback on these statements. An online feedback webpage was launched and received over 400 responses. I thank everyone in this room who participated in that. Well, kind of, because I had to read through all of them. The IEC, we diligently reviewed all of that feedback. We evaluated every single comment. The council debated the merits of the suggested changes and revisions and edited its recommendations based on this feedback. Then collaboratively, the Executive Cabinet made the final determination for the revisions for the vision and mission statements that will be presented here. In considering this feedback, the council established 2 subgroups to review the comments and recommend potential revisions. Richard Diaz chaired the vision subgroup, and Jason Pickavance chaired the mission subgroup. Now, unfortunately, Richard is unavailable to be with us today, so I'll be presenting the final vision statement on his behalf, and then I'll turn the time over to Jason to present the final mission statement. Then after Jason's done, I'll present some preliminary goals as we move down this pathway. We do mission, vision, values, and we'll talk about some goals that will guide our process moving forward. The IEC had recommended 2 vision statements. We put forth 2 different visions that were presented at convocation. Since convocation, we reviewed those, and both statements received significant votes and were generally well received. There was some discussion regarding the length of the statement and the use of certain words like leader or model or transformative. This feedback was helpful and productive. The final vision statement is as follows. Pause for effect. Salt Lake Community College will be a model for inclusive and transformative education, strengthening the communities we serve through the success of our students. This vision statement, that's a quick one. Now we're going to have some time, I think, for us to kind of digest this and adopt it as an institution and get it into our culture. It will take some discussion, right? Let me describe what this vision statement says to me. This vision statement states that not only what we hope to become, but also what we will hope to contribute. The landscape of higher education is in flux, and many organizations, both nationally and internationally, are working to develop a future for our industry. Salt Lake Community College will be a model for how inclusive and transformative education occurs in light of these novel developments in learning research and technology. We will model to both other institutions within the state and throughout the nation, but not only to other institutions, but to our students as well. Salt Lake Community College will be a place of inclusion and transformation. Now, we have some work ahead of us to fully define what we mean by inclusive and transformative education. That was one of the feedbacks we received. But listen to this description that was shared at a retreat this summer of a potential version of a mission statement that I think touches closely on what we mean by transformative and inclusive. Salt Lake Community College is a place where students flourish economically, intellectually, and as human beings, are prepared to participate meaningfully in a pluralistic and democratic nation, and in a rapidly changing global society. An environment where students see themselves as active learners who take intellectual risks, where curiosity can bloom, where they can accept responsibility for their own learning, discover and pursue their own passions, and make their own knowledge. That was shared, and I think it's appropriately states what we mean, at least potentially, by transformative and inclusive education. Through our work, we will embrace, as President Hufflin has reminded us, the power of yet, as students discover what they can learn and what they can become. But this statement is not satisfied with just transformation. We also want to strengthen the communities we serve. As our students flourish, we will build partnerships that funnel the benefits of our educational experiences back into the community. We are the only institution, the only one in the whole world that is 100% unequivocally devoted to the success and strength of Salt Lake County and its many communities. We realize that we can only be as strong as the community where we reside. Our prosperity is directly tied to that of the people around us. We will focus on this reciprocal relationship and ensure student success means community success. As the institution vision becomes your vision, all of us, whether we have a direct role with students or not, have a key role to play in helping the institution achieve this vision. I appreciate your help as we try to do that together.
So I'm going to talk about mission statement. A quick word on the process. So the Institutional Effectiveness Council subgroup met again. We looked at all of the comments and the feedback. And what really sort of became clear is that everybody at this institution wanted a piece of each of the options. And they sort of wanted like a mission statement buffet, as it were, a little mix and match. And so, and in a weird way, that kind of made sense, right? There were sort of parts of each mission statement that were strong, certain phrases, certain word choices that really kind of struck people as authentic, is sort of just hitting it. And so we tried to sort of combine that. We tried to sort of make a mission statement that was true to the feedback, and then also took in, of course, feedback from cabinet. And so, do I get a drum roll? Confetti? Okay. Well, I have to actually, it's not going to automatically happen. There we go. There we go. Okay, so this is our mission. Salt Lake Community College is your community college. We engage and support students in educational pathways leading to successful transfer and meaningful employment. And you know, I looked just recently at all of the other USHE mission statements, and I was trying to sort of, you know, after the fact, think about what sets us apart. I was also, I'm kind of competitive, and you know, it's not a contest, but ours would totally win. I'm just saying, okay? I mean, it's a good mission statement for reasons that I think I want to go on and explain. And it's unique in the state, I think, in terms of mission statements. So let me go ahead and just sort of break this down. SLCC is your community college. Our relation to the community is mission critical. No other institution in the state just pins themselves down in quite this way in terms of we are the community college. They might have a phrase about community-based learning or community engagement, but we say we're a part of the community. We are the community. So we hold ourselves accountable in ways that other institutions don't. And the key component of that accountability is access. We don't exclude students. We want our college to reflect our community, and we recognize when we're failing on that part and try to improve. So the next part. We engage and support students. One quick note, we are the only college in the state that uses the word support. No other institution in the state says they focus on what they do, right? But they don't necessarily talk about the relationship they're trying to form with their students in the way that we do. And I think that's, we're to be applauded for that, for sort of specifying that. So we engage and support students. We're a teaching-centered institution, right? We're not content delivery robots, right? We care about actually engaging students. But engage and support doesn't just describe teaching. We care about connecting with students across the college. The phrase describes our entire institutional stance towards students, from the time they first walk onto campus and through and beyond graduation. Educational pathways. If you were to go back and compare our current mission statement to our previous statement, in terms of content, this is probably the newest part of the mission statement. You could make some reasonable inferences about other portions of our current mission statement based upon our past mission statement. We say nothing about pathways in our previous mission statement. So this is new. And so this is worth me saying something about it, but also I think afterwards, it's not the final word, us having a conversation about what we mean by that, right? So a first attempt. We aim to provide an organized and comprehensive experience for students, from the sequencing of our courses, to advising and support, to how a student ultimately constructs an integrated and meaningful educational experience. Which is to say, we will think about the entire student experience and how we coordinate our efforts around that experience, not just the parts that comprise it. We recognize that we're more than the sum of our parts. Leading to successful transfer. The majority of our students come here for transfer. They want to go on to complete a degree at the University of Utah, or Utah Valley, or Weber State, or Utah State. Our job is to help them get there and prepare them to succeed at those colleges and universities. And we hold ourselves accountable for their success after they leave our campus. And that's sort of different than you think about, other institutions who are, once the student is gone, they're like, we're done, that's it, we've done our job. We say, our job isn't done until they're done. That's unusual, I think. And finally, meaningful employment. For those students in our workforce programs, which is a big part of what we do, we're going to hold ourselves accountable for their success after graduation as well, with programs that are responsive to industry needs and responsive to our students' needs for good paying jobs. So this is our mission statement. This is a statement of what we do, and hopefully, as we continue to talk about this, we continue to sort of refine our thinking about how our sort of jobs at this college, our programs, our ways of supporting students align with this mission, and how we sort of view our jobs in light of this mission statement. So it's a statement of our mission, and it's going to be the basis of, I'm going to reintroduce then, Jeff, of forming our goals. Thanks.